I've got the link working, but it's not showing on Facebook. I might have to create a new one. Can you hear me now? Off camera, so it's only showing the overlay.
Share the mic.
Can you hear me now? Matt, can you hear me?
I can barely hear you.
Let me just find my audio.
Either your audio is low or the Skyscape audio is way high.
I know, like the background music. So, are you hearing the music and me, or?
Yes, both.
Okay. Because I know like we're off camera, so that's why. Okay, that's probably the one thing I haven't had a chance to figure out is like how when the music is playing in the background.
Our audio is making it out to the stream. We're not muted on stream.
I took us off camera.
No, our visuals are off camera, but our audio is live on the stream.
Well, at least I got the visual right. Is the audio still going out?
Yes.
Rats. Well, at least we know we're going live. Hey, Matt? Oh, okay. I tried pulling off my voice off the master, but then you can't hear me. So if I hit this, can you hear me now?
I can still hear you. You're coming through very low. I'll check the stream. You're coming through the stream. I don't know if your audio is making it to the stream, but my audio is. And no, I can't hear you any better. I can still hear you, but not any better.
Man, I'm gonna try to pull myself off the master. Just let me know if you can hear me. No.
PlayStation on and off the record, so you have to bear with me, folks.
2 minutes.
And we're live! I hope.
Hello, everyone. Hello, hello.
I'm Robert Lee, the executive video producer and founder of Shalala Productions, where we create marketing videos and provide live streaming service with the focus in the medical and education field, with especially pop culture. And I'm here with
Matt Haas. And yes, my mic is always live. Always hot. Hot mic over here. Hopefully
always.
My audio is coming through equally loud as Robert's. If not, please let me know. I have a lot of YouTube channels. I'm a YouTube expert. And we're here talking video production. Glad to be here, Robert.
Thanks, Matt. So there's a slight program change in, as they say, anything can happen live, and so I'm just trying to address some technical issues. So where we were going to talk about troubleshooting, which I guess I'm kind of doing what I'm preaching. We're gonna shift gears on the topic, and I'm gonna turn it over to Matt, where he has some interesting development with YouTube. So with that note, Matt, I'm gonna let you take it away.
You got it. You got it. Oh, I see Sammy Cool says, I have more YouTube channels than me, is what he's saying. Yes, you do, good sir. Yes, you do. I don't know if that's a good thing. Is more YouTube channels a good thing? I haven't been able to figure that one out yet. But good on you, Sammy. Good on you. Yeah, the topic is sort of troubleshooting. I had a good problem happen. Actually, it's not a problem. I had something unexpected happen, and I did some troubleshooting to try and figure it out. But it was a good thing. I had some sudden and unexpected explosive growth on one of my YouTube videos that I published, and I could not figure it out. And in many respects, I still can't fully figure it out, but I have a lot more information. He says, I'm a little quieter than Robert. Okay, I'll push myself up a little more. There, I think I'm up a little louder now. Yeah, Sammy says, you did? Yes, yes, I most certainly did. Let me know if my audio levels are better now. What video? Okay, it was my video on my Awesome Wood Things YouTube channel. And it's the soundproofing hexagons. I made a video on how to make them in your wood shop, also using bath towels. And frankly, they are, so another YouTuber tested this method. He said they were 6 times better than the most expensive commercial product out there. I believe him. I don't have the sophisticated equipment to test that, but I believe it. It's something about the fluffiness of these towels that just eats the sound right up. So here was the deal. I had 7 days on the platform, and within those 7 days, I had acquired about 400 views. Now that's pretty good. That's pretty good for me. But on day 8, I got 600 more views. I more than doubled it. It's crazy. Here, let me share my screen. Let me see if I can do that. Doot, doot, doot. Yeah, why don't we try that? Okay, I don't know if you want to maybe punch me up full screen or we can just keep it here. And now this is my performance. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Robert. This is the performance for 6 days. Let me zoom up a bit more here for you. Just take a look at this. There, I think that's a little bit better. So in the 7 days, I was at 400 views. And look, in one additional day, I had this huge jump. And it was already doing better because this gray band right here, that's my typical. This is the typical high and typical low performance of a video. So I was already tracking way, way high. And then it just exploded. Look at this thing over here. This is even crazier. Wait till this refreshes. Here we go. So look at this on the left here. So this is how many views I was getting. There's 1 view, there's 2 views, nothing, nothing, nothing. These are all 1 hour increments. And then 10 o'clock rolls around, boom, well, 9 to 10, 77, 87. Like if you were a little bird and you were flying here and not paying attention, you would smack right into this wall of views. So that is pretty crazy. I'll stop screen sharing here. Okay. Now I'm back on. That's a lot of views. Now here's what I did. I posted the video along with a blog post on a website called Instructables. Instructables is a place where you can go download PDFs and it will tell you how to build something step by step. It's an instruction. That's why they call it Instructables. It's a pretty popular website. It's got a huge following, a lot of visitors, and they allow you to embed your YouTube video in the Instructables. It's essentially like a blog post, but it's an instruction post. And when you embed YouTube videos in another service, when you watch the video, since it's embedded, it's as if you're watching it on YouTube. So YouTube knows the analytics. It tracks the number of clicks, it tracks the number of watch time, and it keeps it. It's just as if they were watching it on YouTube, but it's embedded somewhere else. So as people are watching this video, I'm getting the statistics over on YouTube. And I don't know what happened on day 7 that made it explode so much. It was already featured, and when I say featured, this is an Instructables thing. The staff on Instructables will look for the best of the best, and if they see a high quality Instructable post, they'll feature it, and it will have more prominence on the website. It won't get pushed down. You know, you have to flip screens in order to find it. It'll be front and center. So it had been featured since day 2. Now, this was 7 days on the site. So day 2, it was featured. So day 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For 6 whole days, it was featured. And as far as I can tell, on this last 8th day, it was no more featured than it was before. I don't know. I have no idea why that took off. Now, some of these websites, not this one, they'll route emails where they'll say, oh, here's some happenings going on, and here's 10 cool things that are happening on our site. Not Instructable. So I thought, well, maybe I was featured in one of their emails. They don't do emails. Other, like Home Talk is a website very similar to Instructables, and they send out daily emails, and if you get featured and you get stuck in the email, then you'll get traffic from the site and you'll get traffic from. But they don't do this. I don't know why. I don't know why all of a sudden it just exploded, but it exploded. I thought maybe a YouTuber gave me a shout out, like maybe someone who has 100,000 subscribers said, "Oh, check out Matt's video." But that apparently didn't happen. I checked Reddit, because sometimes people post cool things they find online to Reddit, and then it gets upvoted all heck, and maybe I got traffic from Reddit. I searched Reddit. I couldn't find my post over there. You you just got to buckle up and go along for a crazy ride sometimes. And I was thrilled that this happened to me, and it was fun trying to figure out why exactly. Now, the thing about YouTube is it doesn't tell you right away some of these statistics. They're a couple hours behind. And already I noticed in the traffic sources, look at this, 71% of the views are from external. And then if you want a breakdown of what makes up external, you've got it down here. Instructables is a big part of that. So it's telling me this is where my traffic is coming from. All of these sources, browse features, YouTube search, blah, 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 and external. And out of external, we've got, I don't know why YouTube's listed up here. Yeah, they have a reason why it's listed here again, but I'm thrilled. Now, also on Awesome Wood Things, there is a Russian maker, and he's very popular. He's called Make It Extreme, and he makes some insane, he's got a huge cult following, and he had a page on his website that listed 7 of my videos because he just thought they were cool. And these videos are 3-4 years old. I still get traffic from that Russian maker pointing to those videos. And then once they watch those old videos, they get recommended more current videos. So I'm sucking people in through, into my YouTube world from this very popular Make It Extreme channel. You should check it out on YouTube. Just type Make It Extreme. The guy is crazy. He made like a one-wheel bike, where the whole bike is a wheel. It's a wheel like the size of a person with a chair in it. And you sit in this thing and you fire it up and you can ride the whole thing is one way. It's incredible. He built a remote control car, but it wasn't a car, it was a tank. It was like a 3-foot tank, and it was a real tank, and he put a howitzer on it. I felt like a real firearm on it. It was insane. Because you can do whatever you want over in Russia, apparently. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Pretty
He's a
wild
welder,
stuff there, for sure.
Oh, the guy is nuts. Because I featured him on my Awesome Wood Things. Used to have a show where I just highlighted makers. I would say, here's 8 people that blew my mind this week. And I would just show awesome woodworking and making. And, of course, this Make It Extreme channel always blew my mind because everything he was doing is more epic than the last thing he's doing. So I featured him a lot. And he really was a fan of me as much as I was of him. But he was a huge YouTuber. Anyway, it's just funny how a 3-year-old page on his website is still sucking in people to my channel. I'm like, hey, mind equals blown. Yes, says Ufedo. Ufedo's in the house. Do we say hi to people? Sammy's here.
Sammy's
John
here.
Kowaleski's here.
John's here. I think Jax had to leave earlier.
Yep, Jax popped in.
Yep, and
hello and
good old
goodbye,
Fredo.
Jax. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was my troubleshooting. I wasn't troubleshooting something bad. What's the opposite? What's troubleshooting when it's a good thing? We need to come up with a word for that, Robert. It could be.
I want to say awesome shooting. I would say, like things are looking up roses. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Shooting upwards. No, that doesn't sound good.
Well, it was nice to have some good news because I had just a series of bad news. It seemed like one near catastrophe after the other. I was dealing with an identity theft issue, which I still haven't fully wrapped my head around. I think I got that nipped in the bud.
Okay.
I was dealing with some false notifications saying YouTube was going to take my monetization away, which freaked me out. Yeah, I was I had one almost catastrophe after the other, and I was getting kind of tired of it. But and then this happens, and the way I noticed it is, I get comments. People comment on my YouTube videos, and I get little notices on my phone when a comment comes through. And as a YouTuber, I try and reply to every comment, and thankfully I reply to almost everything. Almost everything gets a reply from me. But they started coming in at around 9:45, pretty hot and heavy. I was like, boop, there's a comment. I got on and I answered it and went back to work. Boop, comes in another comment. I'm like, oh, okay. Answered it. Go back to work. Boop, boop. I'm like, what? 4 comments in 10 minutes? I'm like, oh, well, I wonder what's going on. And I go over to YouTube and I see this doink. I see this little spike, and I'm like, huh. I'm like, oh, that must be channel wide. I'm like, no, I wasn't looking channel. I was just looking on just that video, and I was like, something's happening here. So yeah. So it was. So what have I found out? My troubleshooting. What have I found out? All of the traffic is coming from Instructables, but I don't know why on day 8 it just went crazy. And right now I have, what is it, 3,600 views on my Instructable. Let me see, 3,611 times people looked at my Instructable, my blog post. And out of that 3,600, about 600 people clicked the video. I'm thinking about doing a video on how to write a good Instructable, because I picked up some tips along the way, and I can success shooting, says John Kovaleski. Yes, I like that. Success-shooting. That's good. Can we hire you for consulting, John? Do you take cash? I like that.
I'll have to work on that one. But yeah, I mean, I'm all for success shooting. I often wonder if more folks find more. Well, actually, here's a question for everyone that are tuning in. Do you find you troubleshooting more on the filming, the live streaming, or on the editing end? Because I waffle between whether well, today it's more of a technical issue today, as you can see. But with editing, sometimes I think it's more of a creative block than more technical issues I find in terms of troubleshooting, because you take a live stream video like this one, for example, where if it's something like 30 to 40 minutes long, or maybe even longer, the challenge has always been like, what segment do I want to show if I want to use it as like a video marketing piece to entice others to watch past episodes or watch future ones? Because my concern has been that wherever you cut, you don't want to take something that's out of context, that people may not either get the gist what you're saying, or it could be just taken out of context where it's not reflecting what you're trying to say or the point. Do you have issues, Matt, when you try to edit down, or just in terms of what you're looking to post when you use it?
I do have issues. Oh, David Jones stopped by. Hi, David Jones. Glad to have you here.
Hey, David.
Oh, we got a YouTube question. Hey Matt, what is YouTube's policy on kids channel? Must an adult be in the content? Oh, that's a long answer to that one. The policy is YouTube will cripple features if the video is made for children. And whether or not an adult is in there does not have any bearing on whether it's classified as made for children. The classifier is this something for adults to consume, or is it meant for children? Is it Blue's Clues, for in other words? That's built for a child to watch. That's the deciding factor. Okay, now troubleshooting on editing videos and what to keep in and what to keep out. Yes, I do deal with that. Yes, it is a struggle. I have sort of built a rhythm and a workflow that minimizes that problem. And what I try and do is go through the video from beginning to end and cut. So I keep removing. And I'm going to have an analogy that's going to sound really disgusting, and I apologize in advance, but it's like sewage treatment. You know, every step the thing gets a little cleaner and cleaner until it's pristine drinking water. Sorry, internet. But and then what I'll do when I'm faced with those issues you raised, Robert, of
Yes.
Am I being clear enough? Or
Yep.
Am I succinct enough? Did I take out too much? Have I removed some clarity?
Mm-hmm.
It's just all a matter of slowly tight. So I will keep things long and broad and drawn out, and then I'll slowly close in on it, and then that problem isn't so daunting, is I think what I'm trying to say. I hope that made sense. Sammy's talking about his camera that needs fixed.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, but I see multiple hundreds of dollar quotes flying around in his messages. So
I remember like Matt and I are like members of a group called Livestreaming Friends, and I remember Sammy had posted earlier on that he had some problems with his I believe it's A6100, and he posted earlier that the sad news is that for him to get it fixed it would cost him $300 to $400, and I think he's thinking of getting the Sony ZV-1. Yeah, because he got the Sony A6100 for $500 on B&H, but he could get a Sony on eBay too. So, yeah. So I was afraid, like because like it was like some sort of a menu problem where it was just giving him like a weird error message. I can't remember what it said, but when I had saw that and did a little research, you know, there were some troubleshooting tips to try to clear it up. But I guess based on what I'm seeing from Sammy, it looks like the option is just to get it fixed. I don't know if
I remember seeing the error message, and I remember looking it up myself, and it said try this, try that, and your host. There was like 3 options.
Pretty much.
So apparently the first 2 things didn't help, but
exactly. So
that sucks. I mean, I don't know much about any Sony camera, quite frankly. Now I own the A6100, but that ZV-1, it has the built-in lens. You can't swap out the lens. The lens is good. Mm-hmm. It's very good. And one of the people in our group uses the ZV-1 as the main studio webcam, and things look great. Cheryl's here. Hi, Cheryl Wolf.
Hey, Cheryl.
Welcome. Put a little like on there. And, yeah, now, I know there's some overheating issues with the ZV-1.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping with a software flash update, like I don't know how they do it, they flash the ROM or whatever, that might fix it in the future, hopefully. I'm guessing. If it even is a problem, I think if you use one of the battery packs, or what do they call it, the electrical replacement.
Yeah, those dummy batteries.
Dummy battery, yeah. I think if you use the dummy battery, you will have less overheating issues, especially on the ZV-1, which is a little more prone to overheating issues. Hey, Mario's here. Hi, Mario.
Hey, Mario.
Yeah, and take the card out, too. You can take the SD card out, because that'll leave a little sliver hollow space to kind of let the heat... It's just a little bit... Makes it a little bit cooler. And I think you can... Does the screen come away from the ZV-1? Yeah, it's a flip-out screen. So definitely flip the screen out, too, because that'll remove components from the camera, making it a little bit cooler as well.
So we got a question from
overheating
Cheryl. She says that she can't get eCam to see the A6100 and needs tech help. Matt?
Oh, no. Well, I guess what you're really... Or let me guess. Is what you're saying that eCam can't see the capture card that's connected to your ZV-1? Or is your ZV-1 connected via USB directly to the computer? I would ask, if you're using a capture card, let me know what capture card you have. And John is saying no overheating issues with his ZV-1 with a dummy battery. That's good. That's the conventional guess, is that if you have the dummy battery, you won't have overheating issues, or you'll have far less overheating issues. In fact, no overheating issues on any Sony camera with a dummy battery, says John Kovaleski. Cool. Cheryl LSP could help you too. So someone named Cheryl, I guess from Livestreaming Pros, could help too, says Sammy Cool.
No, I think I think Sam was talking to Cheryl, saying Cheryl LSP could help you too. Although if there is a Cheryl in LSP, I wouldn't know.
Oh, Cheryl Wolf. Okay, I thought there was a different Cheryl. The way he wrote it, I was like, I didn't read it properly. Yes, I did the software update on my Elgato.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you have an Elgato? Is it the HD60S Plus? I didn't even think you could do a software update on that.
On which one, the camera or the?
Well, she said the Elgato. I'm presuming Cheryl's talking about the Elgato capture card. For
okay, got it.
For her Sony camera. I can't get it to recognize. A6100. So she must have the A6100 connected to some kind of Elgato capture card, and then eCam not seeing the capture card. Well, is eCam up to date? I would do a check for updates on eCam.
Yeah, I mean,
restart. Quit eCam, call it back up. Restart your computer, call up eCam. Do a couple of those.
Yeah, and if the Elgato's
she doesn't have the. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
She doesn't have the HD60S Plus. She just has the HD60S. Very similar sounding names, very different products. All I know about the HD60S is it takes a little more hand-holding to get it to work, and I think you're running up against those issues. The
Matt,
HD60S Plus is plug and play. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Have you ever used the capture cards like the Aja UTAP or even like, I know like some of the switches, like I know like the A10 Mini, they also have like a capture card feature where you can feed the camera in there and then feed the switcher into like the computer, whereas as another source, if in terms of reading the camera. Slight daisy chain, but I know it does work.
Yeah, the answer to that is no. I only have one capture card, and that's the HD60S Plus. And I wanted that one because I don't know if the HD60S is like this too, but the HD60S Plus is USB-C. So I have the USB-C going directly into my computer. Well, technically it goes into my monitor, because my monitor has a USB-C hub built into the monitor. So it's essentially, I don't go through an USB-C to regular USB-A.
I know that John was saying that Cheryl doesn't have the Plus, just the HD60. I know Sammy mentions Yaja UTAP have been having problems. I haven't used the Yaja UTAP in a Mac setting. I've used it like with the PCs, and as I knock on wood, it's holding up. In fact, I'm using that right now as I'm streaming. So hopefully,
Well, Cheryl, the HD60S Plus, I've never heard of anyone having an issue with it. It is a more modern version of the device, and it's completely plug and play. That will most likely solve your issue. You could get to Googling. There probably is a way to get to HD60 to work. I don't know what that is.
so
Livestreaming Pros was having some trouble. Yeah, Livestreaming Pros had some trouble with the Aja UTAP. Now when Livestreaming Pros says, okay, we're not supporting this anymore, sometimes it's not clear what environment the thing is failing, because these devices kind of work differently in different environments. Like the Stream Deck, for example, these things are rock stable on Macs, and in certain instances, they're not the best on Windows. Now, that's not to say you can have Windows and have a flawless experience. Certainly, a lot of people have that. But I'm wondering if that Aja UTAP thing is a Mac or PC type of, like, maybe only one of those conditions. It's kind of partially flaky. I think that's when you're dealing with a mass number of users you're supporting, these types of things become very important. Like you want to advocate for the lowest common denominator, like the Canon M50. Like, you can get that streaming, it'll work.
Yeah.
But it takes some tinkering.
Yeah.
And not everyone has the headspace to get in and tinker with it and make it do everything it needs to do. Yes, it's possible. But is it possible when you've got the universe of clients that you're trying to all... That's what I'm saying. Is I wonder if that UTAP is working flawlessly in one environment.
Yeah.
But it was only that other environment where it might be a little flaky.
Yeah, and
Canon M50 has no clean HDMI. Yeah, that's true, but you can use software that wiretap whatever, and it can make it clean HDMI. But then you're flashing your camera. That's what I'm saying. It's possible. Like, if my life depended on it, I could get the Canon M50 to have clean HDMI, but it wouldn't be easy. That's what I'm saying. Thank you for understanding me. Thank you for the help. I wish I could say do this, do that, do the other thing, but my sense is if you did some tech digging and put another 2 hours of blood, sweat, and tears into it, you could probably get it to work. But that HD60S Plus will be future-proof, and it's completely plug and play.
Yep.
USB is like 480p, says Sammy Cool. Yeah, I was going to get one of those little Elgato sticks.
Uh-huh.
But it was USB-A. I'm like, I don't want USB-A. I just bought a new computer, and I bought a new monitor with this USB-C hub built into the monitor. I'm like, no. I want, if I'm jumping into the USB-C world, I'm going to jump in both feet.
So, to your point earlier about the Canon, way back in the first episode, we did a little talk on Canon. So if folks want to watch the first video there, you can always go to the shalalaproductions.com website for most Wednesdays. You click on the first episode, and we talk about some of the things you can do if you're going to use it. If you're going to go the Canon route, where you have to use that utility software. And I think the 5D cameras, I think they're the ones that would have the clean HDMI. I forgot.
Those are like the expensive cameras.
Yeah. I know, like Wistia, they did a demonstration where they used that camera with the Aja UTAP. I think they used like a Mac Pro, and it works. It works fine. Although I suspect that had they known about like the Elgato that you speak of and other models, that it worked just as well. I mean, it just really just depends on like what type of camera works best for your goals, whether it's live streaming or other things. So. Ooh, what's this? This is a MyPin HDMI game capture. That's interesting.
Guess
So-
there's a new item out on
Yeah.
the market. Sammy asked what computer I got. Well, I bought my computer this year, but for some reason the specs say it's a 16-inch 2019, but it's a MacBook Pro, the 2.3 gigahertz Core i9 with, I upgraded the RAM. I have 32 gigs of RAM. I upgraded the graphics card, and I did not update the processor. That's I think the base processor, which is still a screaming fast processor. So I paid an arm and a leg. I got myself a brand new MacBook Pro. I kind of wish I got the iMac. I think they're quieter. They're not as hot because they're not all crammed together in a small footprint of laptop. So if I had to do it again, I might buy, the 16-inch, Sammy. Yes, the big one. Is that for Mac, John? I think the capture card, Cheryl, will work for Mac or PC, yeah. Because it's just USB is what they throw out. Anything renders USB.
Right.
John says that's what he uses, and it's great. Plug and play, shows up as a webcam. That's what you want. That's what you want in a capture card. Now, Canon and Sony are both trying to go USB out. They're trying to essentially build in the capture card.
Right.
None has done it yet. Because if you think about it, you're going to have to put a $200 component in your camera. Capture cards aren't cheap, so you'll have to build all of that in, and then it'll get hotter. But ultimately, that's what the consumers want. Consumers like, why do I got to futz with this capture card nonsense? Just give me the cable right into the computer. Like, that's the way people's minds work. And we're like, yeah, that makes way too much sense. USB out is so crap. It is until it won't be. That's the thing. Canon's coming out with a new camera, and it's supposed to have a capture card built into it, so it won't be crap. But we'll see. It's not here yet.
Right.
Not here yet. And I was fed up, man. I was so fed up.
How fed up were you?
That's it. So much so, I bought myself a Canon, or I bought myself a Sony camera with a nice big expensive lens. Because I use this Logitech, this little webcam here. Like, I was using that, and I had a little utility that helps me make it better. I can tweak the hue, saturation, the brightness, and I can stop the stupid autofocus, and I can make it better. Well, when I bought my new computer, I downloaded the little utility that controls that, and it was a different, I guess they upgraded it to work with Catalina or whatever. Mm-hmm. It just didn't work. Like, it didn't hold. Like, I could change it in the app, but I would go to the I could change it in the little utility, but I would go to the app that's using the camera, and it wouldn't take it.
Right.
And sometimes it would, and sometimes it wouldn't. Like, when I was like, I couldn't get this stupid webcam to function properly on my new computer. Now, it functioned, but I wanted to tweak it. And so I gave up on that, and my old DSLR, which is just straight USB because Ecamm allows you to take USB, it still wasn't, I think it was only 720p, and the specs of the camera weren't coming through the USB. Like, I could change the ISO, but it didn't come through. In other words, the USB hack for Canon directly into Ecamm, it felt like it was just taking the back LCD screen, and it wasn't taking what was actually coming out of HDMI. But the camera never had clean HDMI, but it had clean out when you went. Anyway, that's kind of confusing. Bottom line is, my old Canon camera that I was using as a webcam using the USB hack, it wasn't perfect. So that wasn't perfect. I couldn't get this freaking utility to work properly the way I want, in a stable way. So I'm like, I give up. I'm throwing money at this problem. That's why I upgraded my camera. Seriously. I was tired of it. And I'm trying to make course material. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to up my game here. And I'm tinkering with this stupid thing. And I'm fighting with the limitations of my old Canon camera. And I'm like, why? Why am I living in hell? Like,
Right.
For $1,300, I can solve this problem. So I bought the A6100 and the very expensive lens. And I even bought the one with, I was just going to buy the body of the camera, but I bought the kit lens on it too, and I never took the kit lens out of the box.
No?
And it was $80 more for the kit lens, and I'm like, you know what? Well, actually, it's not quite that bad because I got my camera body at Best Buy.
Right.
And I don't think they had the version. Like, I could get it shipped to the store in 3 days without the lens, or I can get the box off the shelf with the bundled lens and pay $80 more. But I did get the employee discount at Best Buy.
Yep. So that's one sure way to be able to knock the price down. Either discounts or just looking for coupons and stuff.
The discount was $80 because my son works at Best Buy. And we got $80. So I paid $80 more for the kit lens, and I was reduced $80 because of the discount. So I guess I paid flat retail for it and got a free kit lens. But anyway, got my package for $1,000. Says Sammy. Cool. Yeah. How did you get the employee discount? My son is an employee, and the way it works is if the employee buys it themselves, they can get the discount. So, like, I can't give him my credit card and then have him go buy. He would buy it on his credit card and then give it to Dad. It's kind of how it works.
Exactly.
If Best Buy is watching, that was just a joke. That's what hypothetical Matt would have done. I think I'm in too deep now, Robert.
Are you?
Yeah. Yep. Don't think my Best Buy argument is convincing.
I'm gonna try something here, guys. Let me see if this will work. I've been trying to get the vMix Social to work, so whoops, that didn't work.
Is that an old? Yeah, he's not.
It's an
here
old
today.
message. It was supposed to work as an overlay, but
Robert's going solo here with vMix. You have to give him credit. Oh, now he lost the background.
yeah, stupid sugar didn't work. Sorry. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Just not sure. I guess I can give the Cliff Note version. Just that Facebook Live was misbehaving, where right before the show wasn't getting anything showing of the Facebook Live link. I don't know if it's like if that was triggered when I was trying to update the text information, because I was hoping to try to add links about the mailing list. Actually, let me see if I can get that to work. Hang on, guys.
Well, yeah. So
The mailing list, which was to add the link in the description. Whoops. How come that didn't start over? Yeah. It was supposed to show the link for those that are interested. Sign up for the mail list, where in return we'd give a shout out. But for whatever reason, when I try to add the link that you can see, that's actually the demonstration. It wasn't working, and then I had to try to scramble to try to get a link to work so we could have people to actually see the show. but it was giving me the old link, and from there it was just kind of like spiral kind of out of control. So it was just a matter of just trying to find ways to get things to work as lights and stuff are falling down here.
I am becoming increasingly unimpressed with Facebook as a streaming platform. I will share that with you and the world. And
well,
I look forward to the day when this is live on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, I was doing some testing last week on YouTube, and part of it is just getting familiar with the navigation, but at the same time, there were just some features here on Facebook Live that I had liked, but for the ones that I wanted to use, it just wasn't working. So,
do you know what YouTube does that Facebook doesn't?
Let's hear it.
YouTube doesn't lose your play page like it did today.
Yeah, luckily, like one of the things that I recommend for troubleshooting folks is not only you try to test things out, but if you don't have things written down as to like where things save, the next best thing is just check your history browser. So I had to do that just to find the link here to make sure that we'd be good to go.
If I have to write anything down to keep my media empire straight, then I'm not doing it right. The show page should not go away. You make a show page on Facebook and then it disappears.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing.
That shouldn't happen.
And then it did that yesterday, and I'm trying to get that fixed. Then I had to create a new link, and then it came back up. Then I had 2 links. Then I tried to get rid of the old link. And then as I was trying to go back to the current link that we're going to use to update some of the text, it disappeared. I then had to reach out to my good colleague John to see if he could find it, but I forgot he had a show. So then, as Matt got on, I asked if he could find it. He couldn't find it. And then,
let me tell you a secret.
Let's hear it.
That doesn't happen on YouTube.
Noted. So, and I mean, I did have like a backup plan, but I was trying to resist not to do that, which was I had StreamYard, so but then it would just kind of defeat the purpose to take advantage of the vMix platform of some things that you can use here.
No more StreamYard vMix hand-holding. That was... We've learned our lesson on that one.
Well, that was just a matter of just trying to combine a square peg with a round hole kind of a thing. So just imagine just trying to stick to the game plan here. Because at least I know that at the beginning the countdown worked. It was just that getting it set up was fun, but then I realized the other thing, which was the audio component, which I kind of forgot about, which was
minor point.
Yeah, but
I like a hot mic during my count. I even announced it. I'm like, the countdown timer's coming on. I'm gonna have a hot mic during it. The fans like it. They dig it. It's sort of my thing. Matt's always got a hot mic.
And Sammy asked why I'm not streaming on Livestreaming Friends. Well, Sammy, I just want to make sure that I could able to get one page to work, and if I couldn't get that to work, then it would just magnify the problem with 2 pages. So that'd be putting out a massive fire than just like a little fire. So it's just a matter of just starting off slow, and once you've got it worked out, then it's a matter of just scaling up. So it's just a matter of just trying to manage things. Yeah.
2 things. I want to take the show in a new direction, if that's okay. So
here it comes. Let's hear it.
First quick thing. Sammy says he got 80 views yesterday on his YouTube video. Let's get some applause happening there.
Oh, I got that working.
My applause button, it sounds like a larger... Maybe not. That's mine. Anyway.
Swing about a swing.
Congratulations, Sammy. That's good. 80 views. Rock on, brother. All right. Did you see Sammy's video where he did a vlog and he was talking to the camera and he used an AI video app to cut out all of the silent parts, and the whole video was him speaking with no pauses? It was freaking amazing.
Nice.
I want that software. That software would be amazing to have. I'm going to be doing some Googling. What was the name of that software you use, Sammy? Because, I mean, first of all, it's easier to consume as a viewer when you cut out all of the pauses. Secondly, when it jumps, you're in a different position. Like, you're not a robot standing completely still. Every time it jumps, the screen kind of redraws you in the new spot you are, and that's good. Every time the screen changes, that's why I have this slideshow happening here. Every time the screen changes, it signals the mind of the viewer, oh, got to hang on, something just changed. Oh, something changed, I got to hang on. Vlog Easy is what it's called.
Okay.
Vlog Easy. Okay, I'm going to be looking that up and see what it does. Because I could see myself using that. Because I like the effect. And it's hands off. I guess you just run your video through it, and bada boom, bada bing, out comes a nicely chopped up video. Could you imagine getting out your razor cutter and cutting out 100 instances of talking over a 5-minute video? It's a video editor. Well, I would run it through that, and then I would bring it into Final Cut Pro, and then I would add all my effects over top of it. John says, I need to see if I can switch my Wednesday show to a different time so I can help you out, says John Kowaleski. Okay, well, I mean...
Appreciate it, John. I feel like the type of hell is like, also I'll see this hook come out of nowhere and go...
Well, hey, Robert, don't beat yourself up. I mean, look how far you've come just in 3 weeks. You know, where were we 3 shows ago, our last show, and where we are now? We're in a better spot.
Still
Look,
here.
You got a banging countdown timer. That was awesome. And you did both this show and last show all by yourself, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm just trying to. I'm trying to remember.
And then John did this one 3 shows ago. Yeah, come on. You've made a major jump forward. So don't sell yourself short. You're
Yeah, although it's funny that the work I do off away from the camera, some clients are very specific. I'm doing one project where they wanted to use a StreamYard, and because actually when the client I landed, they were on as a guest. God, I can't remember the episode number, but it was one where it was the day when you were out, and I had a guest host, and my guest host wanted to bring in 2 other folks, and I normally, like, when you get like last minute changes, it's a little bit tough just because you have like a set show flow and it just disrupts things. But I think it's just the opportunity to be able to have like three or four guests. It was something I just want to take on, just not only have the experience, but just to see how it could be pulled off. And through that, had landed a client there, and since he enjoyed using the platform, it was a matter just to tailor the program for him. So. So it was pretty interesting. Just that there's a lot of differences in how you get the assets set up, and it was kind of like a nice contrast. So that in remembering that and doing that, it's night and day. But there's definitely like a learning curve there. So I appreciate the support. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Running a panel, more than one co-host, it's a difficult thing because you've got to run the show on your behind the scenes stuff, and you got to play host.
Yeah,
getting both of those at an A game level, that's a hard thing to pull off. But look, every time you do it, it gets a little bit easier the next time. And
I thought you were gonna say like an angel get his wings.
Maybe an angel does. Who knows?
I was gonna say like one of the things that is kind of neat while I was trying to get try to get things to work out is try to like do some other things. Like I know like it's a subtle difference, but my brother got like one of those selfie lights, and so I think one of the neat things is just to be able to try to improve a little bit of lighting. So I have it like off on the side so you can see that. Not that there's a big difference, but like the face is a little bit less shaded over here. So if I turn it off, hang on. It's. it just kind of helps kind of brighten things a little bit.
I have one too.
So it's just a matter of just kind of doing some other things, just for the fact that it's going to be a while before I can get the office fixed. So just trying to
See, I want a hair light. That's next. Is getting a light. So I will more separate from the background.
So is the hair light near the hair cam?
The bald spot cam?
Well, I mean, if you want to call it that, I was gonna say the hair.
Yeah, no. That's what I call it. This is my bald spot cam. Yeah. It would come from that direction. Yeah, or this side, or both. Yeah.
Actually, like because I was trying to like navigate around setting up with vMix, I think within our live streaming friends group, I was like messing around in the green screen room, and right after I did that quick little demo of just trying to like give some ideas about how to light with a green screen, I realized that I had like one of the portable cameras that I could use, attach it to the A10 Mini to give me a better flexibility to just show what the room looks like. Because before I thought of that, I had tried using and connect through vMix, but the problem was that once you set it to vMix, I think it's pretty much set to the camera that you had it on, so it was set the front view instead of the reverse view, and it wasn't one where I could like switch back and forth, or at least I hadn't figured it out yet. So the workaround I thought of, it was after the fact, was to get like a mobile camera and like a really long cord, so I can at least do kind of like a quick kind of pan around as to what the green screen is. So
I'm gonna do the rest of the show with bald spot cam.
I feel like we're peering in through a surveillance camera as a saying, let's see how employee M. Haas is doing at his office there. Well, we can see he's at his computer now. I don't know.
Stream. I love my streaming hardware right here. My Rodecaster Pro.
Is that the? Is that where you set the Sony camera up? Okay.
No, Sony's here. Sony's here, and then this is my Rodecaster Pro. I just called it streaming hardware, but it's Rodecaster Pro.
Nice. Yeah, I had to physically would take the camera just to show the other, but that would just. It's like trying to like uproot a tree if I were to do that. So, just trust me that the camera's in front of me. Oh wait, actually, I can do this. I forgot. Just imagine that without the trees.
Okay.
And the camera in front of me instead of like to the side there.
I'll imagine you're holding very still while you're talking.
Except I need to take the mask off, otherwise I'd be like, and then be like something from Charlie Brown. I don't know.
I'm gonna switch out of the bald spot cam. See if I can do this.
Oh, Sammy said that he had to use a Canon for his vlog.
Hello. There I am.
All right.
I have the technology.
Is Steve Austin around?
Give me $6 million and I'll tell you.
I wonder what it would be in real dollars. Like $6 trillion?
Well, for $6 million in 1970s dollars would be how much?
Yeah.
I think we've burned through our topics there, Robert. What do you think?
Well, shoot. I forgot to have the flame animation queued up, so that way I could just flash it through. So I'll have to save it up for another time. Although, for those that are interested, early in the week I had put together a video just highlighting a segment that we had a conversation with Chris Ware that I mispronounced. And near the end, you were giving us tips about how you celebrate when you get like troll comments. And so I was able to get like this flame animation just kind of so, but I forgot to put it up on here, so that way it'd be like kind of like Groucho Marx, where if the word flame would come up, I would play it up, but I forgot to do that. So.
Okay, well, that's a teaser for next time.
Yep. Oh, speaking of which, hang on. I think I got these to work, so bear with me here. All right. So just a reminder for those that are looking to find ways and information on how to support Black Lives Matter. Oh, hang on. I had the trigger working. There we go. You can go to blacklivesmatter.com and the NAACP.org for information. And we're still providing, at least I'm still out providing the free live streaming support for those that are trying to raise awareness or money for the hospitals and the medical frontliners. And Matt, let's see what we got here for you. We got the piano.
Piano Awesome. My next Piano Awesome video will be Nirvana's Lithium. So
Nice.
if you like Nirvana, that's the next cover I'm going to do. So keep an eye on the Piano Awesome YouTube channel.
And hang on, let me see if I have this here.
Oh, you want to do that?
All right.
Which one? Let's do the wood one.
All right. Wait a minute. How did I get this?
Oh, I don't have that one.
So we'll send you one. We my brother has some great deals with Sticker Meal that created the logo there, as well as this and this. So if people are interested in getting one of these, I might mention it next week as to how you can get one. But we'll see how it goes.
Robert.
Yep.
Here we go.
Oh, you still got the pin? Nice.
Still got the pin, yeah.
All right. We'll
if I hold it close enough, it looks like the coaster.
there you go. But yeah, we'll definitely be sending you a few, Matt. Hang on.
All right.
I think I got it.
Do you want to virtually pass me my wood sticker?
Hang on. I think one of
Or
these.
is this the silver one?
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
You ready?
Yep. Oh, that was seamless. All right, it's coming back at you.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
Hang on. How do I get two of these?
We ripped a hole in the space-time continuum.
What?
That's like the Large Hadron Collider. 2 hadrons collide, and 4,000 particles emerge. How does it happen? They fall into our dimension from somewhere else. That's how it happens.
Exactly. All right. Well, as they say, we've gone as long as we could. Ironic enough, troubleshooting was something I was doing. Next week, hopefully, it's less of an actual demonstration and more diving into I was gonna say viewer mail, but wouldn't have any mail. Viewers' questions. I think we'll just keep going, just because it's always fun to be able to help others with their live streaming efforts, as well as just generally curious to hear what others are saying. And by then, I'll probably be less distracted doing this and just be asking more questions. So that's the goal for next week, folks. As well as got to make sure I got to get one of these to Matt there. Oh. We'll work on that.
You gotta tell me.
I know.
It doesn't focus on small things very well. There we go.
There we go. So yeah. So I'm saying it next week. A little bit more of the same, but a little bit more different next week. And
I should have my shirt next week.
Oh, that's right. I was going to ask about the shirts.
I got a shipping notice. It's in the mail.
What color are they? Were they black, brown,
I have purple, navy blue, and black.
Nice.
And I got myself purple.
Very nice. I've only have like I gotta remember where it is. Okay, I just have my old school hooded sweatshirt of the. This is what the logo looked like before we went with the current one. I know you can't see it, but where you see the this is actually like replaced by like a red blocks. Let me see if I can get up there close.
Oh yeah.
So
Very cool.
Yeah, as just as a reference to the old episode with Chris, there's man, I just try to hide some toothpaste stains. So that's all I got, guys. So on that note, stay safe, everyone. Thank you all for watching, and as I say, it's a learning process. So it'll get better, and it's also kind of fun to be able to hear from everyone else as to what you're working on, and hopefully we can be of help, at least to get you in the right direction. So you've been watching Verbose Wednesday. I'm Rob.
I'm Matt.
And stay safe, everyone. Ooh, I get to show off the trigger here. Before, in the past, you'd see me going, but I've got it set up so all I gotta do is hit this one button. Hang on. Dang it.